Welcome to the Rewriting Naruto series part 16. This is a series of videos where I rewrite Naruto, making changes to improve the story for my personal taste. This is just part 16 of a very long video series, so definitely subscribe so you never miss any future rewrites, ring the notification bell so you always know when they come out, and like this video to support the channel and the series. The goal is gonna be 700 likes. If we get to that in 24 hours, I'll drop the next rewrite within a week. We pick up after Naruto breaks out of Sasuke's genjutsu. When Naruto does so, he sees his entire team defeated, lying on the ground. Sasuke stands in front of him with a cool expression and says, "Well then, shall we begin?" Naruto says, "What did you do to them?" "I just took care of the distractions so they won't interfere." "Don't worry, they're not dead." Naruto's expression shows fear, but also anger. He motions to punch Sasuke, but as soon as his fist is about to connect, Sasuke disappears. Naruto hears Sasuke's voice coming from above. "You're so slow I could have breakfast before you throw a punch." Naruto thinks, how can he move that fast? How the hell is he that strong? "And you will share the same fate as your squad." "If you're so set on defeating me, why didn't you finish me off when I was under your genjutsu?" "I told you before, I won't kill you. I won't do what that bastard told me to. Besides, you were helpless, so winning a fight like that wouldn't even feel earned." "Earned? You think this is a game, Sasuke? You left the village for Orochimaru and you think we're just playing ninja?" "You are completely out of your depth, loser. For an instant, I thought fighting you again would be interesting, but now I see you're just too weak. Not worth my time." Sasuke motions to leave. "Wait! Sasuke! Don't you understand? Orochimaru will take your body and you will die! He's just using you!" "The only thing I care about is my revenge. Itachi is stronger than myself and Orochimaru, so maybe combining our bodies together will give me a better chance of killing him. I don't care if I die, so long as Itachi dies too." "No, I cannot accept that." Naruto creates a shadow clone and begins forming a Rasengan. He jumps up, aiming the Rasengan at Sasuke. Naruto hits him and the Rasengan impacts Sasuke with force, sending him flying away, knocking Sasuke unconscious. Sasuke's body fades away and Naruto hears Sasuke's voice coming from behind him. They are both now outside of the crater. "A word of advice. You shouldn't look into my eyes. You're so easy to put under genjutsu that it's pathetic." Naruto thinks, how the hell am I gonna beat him? Naruto hears a voice coming from within. "Use my chakra. I will handle him for you." Naruto ignores the Nine Tails. Sasuke says, "You really are determined to fight me, huh? I have the feeling that if I just leave you be, you'll keep on coming back and being this nuisance. Fine. I'll give you a fight." Sasuke looks at Team Kakashi, all defeated in the crater below. He then says, "Let's go somewhere emptier. Follow me." Naruto is tense. He doesn't like his chances, but he follows Sasuke nonetheless. Hinata sees Naruto and Sasuke going somewhere else with her Byakugan. She's the only other member of Team Kakashi that can somewhat move, but she is too wounded to go help. The only thing she can do is to administer first aid on Sakura and Yamato, even though she doesn't know healing ninjutsu. The bandages she uses stop Yamato's bleeding, and she also makes sure Sakura is in a proper resting position as she is unconscious. Hinata thinks, now I just have to believe in Naruto. Naruto and Sasuke arrive at a location nearby the hideout. It's empty and there isn't much vegetation. The location is surrounded by rock formations and mountains. Naruto and Sasuke stand 30 paces apart, facing each other. Naruto's fists are clenched in tense anticipation. Sasuke's expression is nonplussed. Naruto says, "Here then? So this is the place I'll beat you up?" Taunting is such a childish tactic. You'll need to do more than that to beat me. "Don't you worry, I have more. I've learned many jutsu since the last time we fought." Naruto motions to create shadow clones. Sasuke says, "Wait." Naruto halts and Sasuke continues. "I will only fight under the condition that this is our last fight." "What do you mean?" "If you win this fight, I'll recognize that you are stronger than me, and that leaving the Leaf Village was a mistake because you got more powerful, even though I sought Orochimaru. If you win, I'll come back with you willingly. But if I win, you will admit that I made the right choice coming to Orochimaru, and you will leave me alone and never come after me again." "That is unacceptable." Naruto creates 5 shadow clones. Then, I will pound you into submission until you accept it. The 5 clones rush Sasuke. Sasuke casually disposes of them. Naruto begins to weave hand signs. Sasuke looks at the hand signs with his Sharingan and weaves the same hand signs, however, with only one hand. Naruto and Sasuke say at the same time, Wind style! Wind dragon! A large wind dragon erupts out of Sasuke and Naruto's hands together. Both dragons collide, creating a shockwave of compressed air, nullifying each other. Naruto thinks, the same jutsu as mine? That damn Sharingan! Sasuke says, tell me Naruto, how long did you take to master that jutsu? A month? A year? It took me 2 seconds. That's the abyss separating us now. Naruto gets outraged. He rushes Sasuke with another Rasengan. As it is about to hit him, Sasuke simply holds Naruto's arm, completely stopping his motion. The Rasengan spins violently inches from Sasuke's face. Sasuke holds Naruto's arm more forcefully and then swings Naruto like a ragdoll, crashing him on the ground repeatedly, and the Rasengan fades. Naruto tries to kick and punch Sasuke, but Sasuke simply blocks those attacks as he keeps on hitting Naruto on the ground, lifting him up and then hitting him again. Sasuke then kicks Naruto on the stomach and sends him flying off. Sasuke sees Naruto on the ground, hurt, trying to get up and says, have you had enough? Naruto gets up. He notices his arm, several of his ribs, and one of his legs are broken. The arm and the leg are completely twisted and mangled. He then hears a voice, you pathetic child. Look at what he did to you. Naruto tries to hold the Nine Tails Chakra back, but his emotions are overflowing. He needs to bring Sasuke back, and yet he is powerless. His eyes turn red, and his whiskers get more pronounced. He then screams, Sasuke, if you think I'll let Orochimaru have your body, you couldn't be more wrong. We see Naruto's arm and leg snapping back into place, healed by the QB Chakra. I'll bring you back right now! And once we've returned, I'll make sure you'll have your revenge. But if you think I'll let my friend die just because you broke some of my bones, I think you don't know me very well. Sasuke says, it seems you didn't understand anything. Stubborn as always. Naruto forms the Shadow Clone Seal. Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu! An army of 10,000 Naruto clones, all with red eyes and pronounced whiskers, appears surrounding Sasuke. He says, I see you can make more clones than last time, huh? Doesn't matter. 10,000 times 0 is still 0. The clones dash at Sasuke. Sasuke attacks them back, beginning a flurry of extremely fast taijutsu, punching, kicking, elbowing, and dodging with elegance. Sasuke takes clones out left and right. He takes out 100 clones, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 with taijutsu alone. The original Naruto thinks, how is that even possible? As Sasuke takes out even more clones. They now begin rushing Sasuke with Rasengans, and Sasuke dodges the Rasengans, landing counterattacks. The clones' raging red eyes are contrasted by Sasuke's calm red eyes. One of the clones aims a Rasengan at Sasuke, and Sasuke holds that clone's Rasengan hand, making him hit the Rasengan at another clone that was rushing Sasuke as well. About half of the Shadow Clone army is depleted. Naruto hasn't landed a single hit, and the only thing Sasuke used to do that was taijutsu. Naruto thinks, if he's dodging all of my attacks, I just have to attack him from all sides at the same time. He's not dodging that. The clones disengage Sasuke, but still surround him. Many clones then jump upwards, creating a dome of clones around Sasuke, blocking the sun. They all weave the same hand signs and scream, Wind style! Wind bullet! Thousands of wind bullets are shot from Naruto's mouths towards Sasuke, coming from all directions. Sasuke quickly begins weaving hand signs with both hands. However, However, his hands are still separate from each other. It appears Sasuke is weaving hand signs for two different jutsus simultaneously, one for each hand. Water style, water wall. Earth style, earth wall. Sasuke spits water, surrounding himself with it, and he hits his hand on the ground, raising a small stone pyramid around himself that covers him from all sides. The water coats the stone pyramid, providing a double-layered shield. The thousands of wind bullets coming from all directions impact the pyramid, exploding with force and destroying it, shattering the rock and vaporizing the water. Naruto thinks he used the water wall to coat the stone so it would absorb the wind cell impact, and then the stone would stop it. But I guess it didn't count on how many wind bullets I had, right, Sasuke? Naruto realizes something alarming. He expected to see Sasuke defeated where the pyramid stood. However, he sees a hole on the ground. And it finally clicks what Sasuke just did, but a little too late. Sasuke erupts out of the ground outside of the Shadow Clone army, weaving one-handed hand signs and says, lightning style, chain lightning. An intense blue lightning bolt leaves Sasuke's hand, hitting one of the Naruto clones. The clone screams as the lightning envelops him and disappears. The lightning then splits into two bolts of lightning that leap to two other clones, and the lightning strikes those clones, making them disappear as well. And then those two lightning bolts split into two each, meaning 4 lightning bolts that hit 4 more clones. And those 4 split again into 8, then 16, then 32, then 64, and this massive chain reaction ensues, with lightning bolts splitting and hitting 2 more clones until the entire army of shadow clones is destroyed by the lightning style. The original Naruto also got hit by the lightning, and he fell to the ground, wincing in pain as the lightning enveloped him. He watches all of his clones getting destroyed and thinks, he used the wall as a distraction so I wouldn't notice he went underground. Those one-handed hand signs, the only person I've seen doing that before was Haku, and he couldn't use 2 jutsus at the same time. Besides, Sasuke used every single nature transformation, and I only know one. Naruto hears, you're no match for him. You will die, pathetic boy. Surrender yourself. Naruto thinks back at the Nine Tails. Shut up and watch me! Sasuke looks at Naruto. They are about 100 paces from each other, and Sasuke says, have you had enough now? I will never give up! Sasuke punches Naruto on the face, drawing blood. Naruto was completely blitzed by him. Naruto tries to counterattack with taijutsu, but Sasuke blocks his attack without much effort and unleashes a nasty flurry of taijutsu blows, hitting Naruto's face, stomach, and chin several times, finishing it off with a roundhouse kick that sends Naruto flying off. Sasuke says, I told you I would pound you into submission. Naruto is a mess. His entire face is gushing out blood. He gets up and stares at Sasuke. Red chakra bubbles start to appear around Naruto's body. He begins to manifest the Kyuubi chakra cloak, unable to hold his emotions back any longer. The Nine Tails says, yes, surrender yourself. Unleash my power. Naruto screams, I will be the one pounding you, Sasuke. I'll break every single bone in your body if I have to. Sasuke sees the astral projection of the Nine Tails behind Naruto staring at him, just like he saw it in the Valley of the End. But this time, Sasuke seems completely unimpressed by it. Naruto manifests the first tail of the Kyuubi chakra cloak and dashes towards Sasuke with amazing speed. Sasuke weaves a one-handed hand sign, fire style, fireball jutsu. He releases a massive fireball towards Naruto's direction. Who remembers the last time Sasuke did that in the Valley of the End, and the fireball was useless against the Kyuubi chakra cloak. Naruto doesn't even try to dodge the fireball. The fireball impacts, but this time the force behind it is overwhelming. The fireball drags Naruto with the Kyuubi chakra cloak 100 meters and explodes with amazing force. Hinata is watching the fight in the hideout crater with her Byakugan. She sees a column of smoke rising at a distance from her where she is. Yamato stirs and says, "What's happening?" Hinata says, "Naruto is fighting Sasuke. The Nine Tails Chakra is coming out." Yamato says, "We have to go there and contain it." "This is not a bright idea, Captain. It took all three of us last time, giving all our strength to suppress that chakra, and now we are all hurt. Sakura isn't even conscious. Besides, the Nine Tails Chakra is the only chance we really have of defeating Sasuke at this point. When their fight ends, we should go there and take care of the winner, be it Sasuke or the Nine Tails." Yamato says, "But what if Sasuke kills Naruto? I thought you didn't care about Naruto." "Well, is an important asset for the village." Hinata sighs. "I don't think Sasuke will kill him. He could have killed us all but decided not to. Naruto even more so. I get the feeling Sasuke is just testing his own strength against Naruto's. They've always been rivals after all." Yamato says, "I wouldn't count on that. Besides, if the fourth tail comes out, Sasuke is the one who's going to die." Naruto is lying in the middle of a crater created by the fireball jutsu Sasuke just used. He was severely burned by it, but we see the Nine Tails Chakra quickly healing from the burns. Sasuke says, "That was not the right way to block that attack." The Nine Tails tells Naruto, "More, Naruto! You need more!" Dark red chakra erupts from Naruto with much more intensity. The sheer power of the chakra begins to crack the ground and the rocks surrounding Naruto, and the Kyuubi chakra cloak manifests three tails. Naruto screams, the chakra almost taking over his consciousness. Sasuke looks at him and says, "So this is what Orochimaru was talking about, huh?" Naruto expands his chakra mantle. The limbs of chakra extend towards Sasuke with an orange bubbly intensity. Sasuke weaves a one-handed hand sign. Chidori stream. Lightning erupts around Sasuke's body, this time much more intense than the one he used against Hinata. Sasuke doesn't move, he just waits. As the Kyuubi chakra reaches him, it is completely destroyed by the lightning style that envelops Sasuke's body. Naruto then tries to envelop Sasuke in an ocean of Kyuubi chakra, but the Chidori stream simply blasts it away, destroying the chakra in the process. Sasuke looks at Naruto and says, "This old trick again? Is that all you've got, Naruto?" The Three Tails Naruto looks at Sasuke and begins forming a Rasengan on his right hand without the assistance of a shadow clone, similar to the one he used in the Valley of the End, but 3 times larger. Sasuke says, "Another old trick. You should know this will not work on me." Sasuke weaves one-handed hand signs and forms Chidori. His left hand shines bright blue with the power of the lightning style. Naruto dashes towards Sasuke with his Rasengan, the ground cracking beneath him from the force of his steps. Sasuke moves to intercept with his Chidori. The two lock eyes as they get close, aiming their Chidori and Rasengan at each other. Naruto is pure anger. Sasuke is completely calm. He casually dodges the Rasengan and lands the Chidori on Naruto's chest, piercing through him. Sasuke's hand, imbued with lightning, emerges from Naruto's back. The Rasengan fizzles out, and Naruto spits a lot of blood. Sasuke yanks his hand out of Naruto with a quick motion, and Naruto falls to the ground, still engulfed by the Nine Tails Chakra cloak, with a gaping hole in his chest. Sasuke deactivates his Chidori. His left hand is completely drenched in blood. He then says, "I didn't hit your heart, so that chakra of yours should be able to heal your wound. We're done. Don't ever come after me again." Sasuke deactivates his Sharingan and begins to walk away, not looking back. Naruto, laying on the ground, spitting blood, looks at Sasuke. He cannot speak because of his wound. The pain he feels is unimaginable, but not the physical pain, the psychological pain as he sees his friend embracing a path of darkness and leaving him again. Naruto spits more blood and he begins to cry. He tries to yell at Sasuke, but he cannot muster the words. It's too much blood coming out of his mouth. Naruto hears, "So weak, so pathetic. I should just let you die and be free of you." Naruto says, "No, give me your power. If it is to bring him back, I'll surrender to you. The Nine Tails laughs maniacally within Naruto's consciousness. He sees the Nine Tails' gargantuan hands grabbing Naruto's small body and crushing him as it says, "What would you be without me, boy?" Sasuke is sent flying and crashes to the ground as a massive explosion comes out of Naruto's direction. The shockwave creates a crater twice as large as the one the Four Tails made fighting Orochimaru. Sasuke quickly gets up and activates his Sharingan again. Hinata and Yamato feel the shockwave within the hideout crater. The ripple of force cracks the ground and the walls around them. Sakura begins to stir. From their position, they see a thick column of dark red chakra rising to the sky. Hinata is watching with her Byakugan and she says, "This is beyond bad." Yamato says, "Did the fourth tail appear?" "No, the fifth did." Sasuke watches Naruto being completely taken over by the Nine Tails Chakra. His version 2 form manifests 5 tails. For the first time, we see Sasuke showing signs of apprehension during this encounter. He thinks the intensity of this chakra is orders of magnitude beyond the chakra from before. Sasuke smiles and says, "So I can finally take you seriously then, huh?" He weaves one-handed hand signs, fire style, fireball bombardment. He spits a barrage of massive fireballs that fly towards the Nine Tails. They impact and cause a quick succession of large fiery explosions. Sasuke doesn't let up and keeps on shooting the fireballs like a machine gun. The Nine Tails dashes towards Sasuke with such force that it creates a small crater around the section of ground it used to propel itself. It moves forward with insane speed. Sasuke keeps on shooting fireballs. They impact the Nine Tails head on, exploding with force, but they don't do anything to slow down the Nine Tails. It reaches Sasuke and it swings its arm from above. Sasuke manages to dodge, jumping away, but the arm impacts the ground, creating another massive crater and a rippling shockwave. Hinata sees the hideout hallways connected to the hideout crater beginning to collapse. She looks at Yamato and says, "We have to get as far away from this fight as we can, or we're going to die." Yamato grabs Sakura and says, "I cannot argue with that." They jump away, going as far away as they can from the fight. Sasuke continues to barely dodge the Nine Tails as it advances. Each time the Nine Tails misses, it creates a new crater and shockwave. The landscape is beginning to radically change. Massive craters are being formed left and right. Mountains and hills are being pulverized as the Nine Tails keeps on striking. Sasuke thinks he's much faster than before, and if one of those attacks hits me, it will be a problem. He uses his Sharingan to track the Nine Tails' movements, keeping on dodging them. Sasuke thinks his moves are very difficult to read, even for me, but I think I'm beginning to understand the pattern. Sasuke weaves one-handed hand signs with both hands. Earth style. Mud wall! A tall stone wall erupts from the ground. The Nine Tails breaks through it as though it was made out of paper and slashes at Sasuke, who was standing behind it, cutting Sasuke in half. Sasuke's two halves erupt in fire and we see Sasuke in the sky 50 meters above the Nine Tails. He thinks, "So my fire clone distraction worked. The mud wall hid the fact that I created a clone and jumped up." It seems he's not as intelligent in that state. It's as though his mind is completely blank, overtaken by fury. Sasuke weaves one-handed hand signs mid-air. Lightning style. Lightning dragon! An oriental style dragon made out of blue lightning erupts out of Sasuke's hand while he is still in the air and dashes down towards the Nine Tails. It impacts the beast, creating an explosion of blue lightning, but it doesn't seem to cause too much damage. Sasuke lands behind the Nine Tails, weaving one-handed hand signs once again. Fire style. Primordial raising stream. Sasuke shoots a thick, continuous beam of fire from his mouth at the Nine Tails, who is still shimmering with lightning. The tails of the Nine Tails block the beam that came from behind, and the fire ripples, hitting areas all around the Nine Tails, causing secondary explosions and a lot of fire. Sasuke doesn't stop the beam, forcing the Nine Tails to keep blocking it. We see the tails taking the fire damage, and the chakra begins to fizzle a little bit. The beam of fire is so hot that it causes the ground underneath it to ignite, even though it's not in direct contact, creating a literal line of fire between Sasuke and the Nine Tails. The Nine Tails, still blocking the fire beam, sticks its hands on the ground. A few seconds later, dozens of red chakra hands erupt out of the ground around Sasuke. He saw them coming with his Sharingan and weaved hand signs, initiating the Chidori stream, coating his entire body with lightning. However, the lightning does not destroy the chakra like it did before. Sasuke is forced to jump away, stopping his fire beam. One of the massive hands hits a glancing blow on Sasuke's right shoulder. Sasuke winces in pain, drawing his katana and lacing it with lightning. He thinks, these chakra limbs are much denser than before. I'll have to slice through them. The dozens of chakra hands all attack him at once. Sasuke dodges and jumps out of the way as they impact the ground, causing immense shockwaves as well. Sasuke then cuts with his sword laced with lightning one by one. The huge chakra limbs fall to the ground, still shivering with the power of the chakra. The last two remaining limbs, though, surround Sasuke and expand. The chakra engulfs Sasuke completely. The Nine Tails pumps even more chakra into those two remaining arms as they thicken, attempting to crush Sasuke as his fear of demonic chakra envelops him. Sasuke sheathes his katana. He then weaves one-handed hand signs with both hands. However, both hand signs weaved by each hand are the same. Sasuke says, Dual Chidori. Both of his hands erupt in lightning, forming a Chidori each. He hits the chakra walls with both Chidoris, piercing through them and escaping. The Nine Tails appears next to him, slashing at Sasuke. Sasuke is able to react at the last second, moving out of the way, but he takes another glancing blow, this time to his side, burning him and drawing blood. Sasuke lands close to the Nine Tails, both Chidoris still activated. The Nine Tails motions to strike Sasuke again. Sasuke looks at the Nine Tails with his Sharingan, centering himself, and motions to attack as well, both Chidoris in hand. They get close to each other, and the Nine Tails throws its claw attack. Sasuke dodges it, using all of his Sharingan prowess to do so. The claw gets so close to Sasuke that it singes some of his hair. Sasuke aims his right hand Chidori at the Nine Tails' chest. However, one of the tails gets in the way. The Chidori cuts through the tail, but that buys the Nine Tails time to bring in one of its claws to attack Sasuke. Sasuke is then forced to move back. He thinks, damn it, my Chidori is slightly out of range. Sasuke, who's now escaped from both claws, is too far away from the Nine Tails to reach it with a Chidori. Now, a tail moves to strike. He won't be able to dodge that one, and his Chidori is still out of range. He then uses his left hand that still has a Chidori activated to draw his katana, lacing it with lightning immediately. Sasuke swings his sword, severing the tail that was about to strike him, and lands a slashing attack to the Nine Tails' chest. The sword doesn't cut very deeply, however. When it slashes the chest, it cuts some of the chakra out, but not too deep. Sasuke uses that moment to disengage, jumping 50 paces away from the Nine Tails. We see the chakra tails that were cut growing back. Sasuke breathes deep and thinks, I see. The chakra surrounding his actual body is much denser and more powerful than the chakra of the additional appendages. My lightning sword's cutting power won't be enough. I'll have to use my Chidori, but I'll have to land one properly to win the fight. It won't be easy, and I am also starting to run dangerously low on chakra. The next combo will have to decide the fight. The Nine Tails and Sasuke then stare at each other. Sasuke weaves one-handed hand signs and he summons a large shuriken. He begins to spin it and laces it with lightning. He then weaves one-handed hand signs with both hands again, his free hand and the hand holding the shuriken at the same time. Lightning style, lightning dragon, fire style, fire dragon. A lightning dragon erupts from Sasuke's free hand and he spits a fire dragon from his mouth. Both oriental style dragons dash towards the Nine Tails, arcing towards the Nine Tails' right side. Sasuke then tosses the lightning laced shuriken, arcing towards the Nine Tails' left side. The lightning and fire dragons' lengthy forms begin to swirl and spin around each other until they become a single unit. A long dragon made out of half blue lightning and half yellow flames. As both colors spin in a fluid and beautiful motion, Sasuke says, "Dance of the Twin Dragons." They impact the Nine Tails' right side, and the Nine Tails raises its 5 tails to block it, while the lightning-style lace shuriken impacts the left side, and the Nine Tails raises its arms to block it. The fire and lightning dragon attempt to burst through the tail shield, while the spinning lightning blue shuriken begins to carve through the chakra on the Nine Tails' arm. Sasuke appears from behind the Nine Tails and lands a Chidori on its unprotected back, sending a shockwave of lightning that erupts the ground around him. Sasuke's Chidori hand penetrates halfway into the Nine Tails' chakra hide, while its arms and tails are occupied protecting it from Sasuke's previous attacks. However, as Sasuke's hand begins to penetrate deeper into the Nine Tails, the chakra from the Nine Tails' hide begins to envelop Sasuke's hand, and then the arm, burning him. Smoke begins to come out of his arm and he grunts in pain. Sasuke attempts to pull his Chidori arm off the Nine Tails, but the chakra enveloping it grabs Sasuke and doesn't let him go. A secondary Kyuubi chakra body then forms from the Nine Tails' back. Sasuke weaves one-handed signs with his free hand, and the secondary body lands a direct hit on Sasuke, who is sent flying with absurd speed, kicking on the ground dozens of times until he crashes down, creating a crater upon impact, stopping almost a mile away from the Nine Tails. Dust and smoke rise from Sasuke's impact crater, and some time passes while the Nine Tails stares at it. Sasuke then steps out of the crater. He is partially transformed into his second curse mark state. Only one of his wings is out. There's a gaping hole in the wing, which he used to block the Nine Tails' strike. Sasuke is looking very rough from the impact. He thinks, yeah, if I hadn't used my wing, that would have probably killed me. And if I hadn't activated a Chidori stream at the last second on my left arm that was stuck in the chakra, it would have been ripped off. We see Sasuke's left arm, which he used the Chidori with. It is terribly burned. Sasuke smiles. He then raises his voice so it can reach the Nine Tails, who's pretty far away. "You're the first one who forced me into the second stage in a real fight, Naruto. Well, since our last fight. Although, I don't even think that's you anymore." The Nine Tails stares at Sasuke. Orbs of blue and red chakra begin sprouting out of the Nine Tails. They begin to coalesce into a larger, darker chakra orb. Sasuke looks at that with his Sharingan and thinks, this is bad news. That orb of chakra is insanely dense. Should I use that jutsu? No. It doesn't rotate like the Rasengan. Therefore, Sasuke's curse mark begins to spread more around his body, enveloping it completely. Sasuke's second wing sprouts out as well, and he enters a complete second stage of the curse mark, as the Nine Tails keeps on charging the Biju Dama. For the first time in the fight, Sasuke uses regular hand sign. He activates a Chidori. The Nine Tails swallows the dark orb of chakra. Sasuke's Chidori turns black and white and he says, "Onyx Chidori." The Nine Tails spits the orb of destruction towards Sasuke's direction. Sasuke dashes toward the direction of the orb, using his legs and wings to propel himself with insane speed. The orb approaches, darting through the air with dense chakra, rippling with power. As the Bijudama is about to impact Sasuke, he strikes the orb with the Onyx Chidori, cutting it in half. Dark lightning oozing out of his hand. The Bijudama orb is severed in 2 half spheres, and they pass by Sasuke, one to his right side, the other one to his left, and continue their path behind him. Sasuke keeps on moving forward, dashing towards the Nine Tails. As he gets close, the Nine Tails tries to strike at him with his claws, but Sasuke is faster now. He dodges the attack and lands the Onyx Chidori on the Nine Tails' chest. A massive shockwave shockwave of lightning erupts from Sasuke's hands, causing the lightning to leak around him and destroy the ground around the Nine Tails as well. Two massive explosions happen in the background as the two Bijudama half-spheres impact two mountains far off in the distance, leveling them instantly. Sasuke uses his wings to propel himself and the Nine Tails upwards into the sky. The Onyx Chidori still connected, dealing massive lightning damage at the Nine Tails. As they both rise into the air, a trail of dark lightning oozing from Sasuke's Chidori trails behind them. The Nine Tails roars in pain. Sasuke is in a state of total concentration. The Nine Tails then attempts to strike Sasuke again mid-air, but Sasuke disappears. He then reappears and hits the Nine Tails from the other side with his Onyx Chidori. Sasuke disappears again with a blur of dark lightning and reappears, hitting the Nine Tails once again with the Chidori. He does that dozens of times, using the insane speed of the second stage of the curse mark to blitz the Nine Tails from all sides mid-air. Sasuke's trail of dark lightning forms a very intricate pattern as he hits the Nine Tails relentlessly from all sides, carving out large chunks of chakra out of the Nine Tails' chakra hide. Sasuke appears from above the Nine Tails and pumps even more curse mark chakra into his Onyx Chidori. Watching from a distance, Sasuke appears to be a dark star in the sky, looming above the five-tail cloak of the Nine Tails. Sasuke dashes down, impacting the Nine Tails with his Chidori. A rippling shockwave of dark lightning erupts in the air, and Sasuke connects the Chidori as he dashes down with the Nine Tails, whose body is completely engulfed by dark lightning. Sasuke cuts through the intricate dark lightning trail with his final Onyx Chidori strike as he descends, and finally they impact the ground. The Nine Tail crashing first, still being pierced by the dark Chidori. As they hit the ground, a massive crater forms. From within the dust of the crater, we see this cinematic image of Sasuke standing tall, both curse mark wings wide open, as one of his feet is stepping on Naruto, who is laying on the ground, extremely wounded. The Nine Tails chakra fizzling out. Sasuke says, "As per usual, I won." Watch part 17 of the rewrite right here. Consider becoming a channel member to support the rewrite and like this video so we can reach the like goal. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and comment below what you thought about this episode. Thanks for watching.